And then there was one final race to cap these championships, and it wouldn't be a women's 4x4 in global competition without Team Poland.
Yep, they've never won gold in this event, but they are perennial powerhouses indoors and out in this 4x4 relay. They were on the podium for 3 straight World Indoors, 2016, 2018, and 2022, and then didn't make it out of the heats last year in Glasgow at the World Indoor Championships.
And then over to Team USA. Quinera Hayes, Bailey Lear, Rosie Effiong, and Alexis Holmes.
And of course, Alexis Holmes, the silver medalist in the individual 400. She'll be counted on to anchor the Americans home.
Team Australia, Ellie Beer, Ella Connolly, Pasquale, and Pollard.
This is China's second time contesting this event at World Indoors, and the first time since 1995 when they finished in 5th.
And we saw a team from Sri Lanka on the men's side, and now we have a squad from there for the women's race.
Yep, so history for Sri Lanka in both the men's and the women's event. The men ran a national record 3:10 for 5th. The women trying to create some similar history for their home nation. So the United States here will be favored, but they'll be, I think, challenged by the Poles, who will be on the outside in 6. Of course, the leadoff leg. Hayes, the Olympic trials winner back in 2021.
Women's 4x400 meter relay. There was to have been a 6-team in this race, Brazil, but they did not come to the start line. So 5 teams vying for those 3 medals on the final podium ceremony at these championships in Nanjing. And Quinera Hayes out to a very strong first lap, but now past those cones and can take the lead. Sveti Ercitich, the veteran for Poland, now right there in second.
Yeah, just like we saw Elijah Godwin do for the American men, Quinera Hayes ran a very strong first leg, but like Elijah Godwin, she's got to be able to hold off these challenges now here from both Poland and Australia.
That's Ellie Beer of Australia in third as they come now into that first exchange. As U.S. and Poland nearly side by side as they head out on the second leg here. Bailey Lear of the United States and Alexandra Fomela of Poland.
Lear putting a little bit of distance now between herself and Formella. She's run a really good first half of this leg. She's got about 5 meters between her and second.
That's Ella Connolly of Australia in third. Trying to keep in contact with Formella, but now kind of equidistance between first, second, and third. Maybe a little bit of a gain by Poland here in the final stretches of this second leg as Lear tries to power home for the second exchange. The U.S. will continue to lead here, but it is going to be close once again as that lead grew and then shrunk at the line.
Yeah, Lear did a good job of sort of fighting to hold her form when she felt the fatigue, and it's what was able to help her hold off Poland. As now Effiong, who made the individual 400 final here in Nanjing, opens up a big lead over these other third legs.
So second 200 of this third and penultimate leg of the women's 4x4. Alexis Holmes waiting in the wings here to take the baton for Team USA and try to give the men and the women a sweep to end these championships.
This race is effectively over. There's no way you can close this sort of a lead with the world indoor silver medalist getting the baton now home.
Poland in that silver medal position, Australia in bronze. No sign of now exchange for China and Sri Lanka, but look at this lead now extending as Alexis Holmes 1 lap away from gold.
Well, we thought the Polish women would give the United States a run. Yeah, for about the first two legs. This is over, and in case this surprises you, it shouldn't. The United States women in this 4x4 have been extremely dominant, particularly at the Olympics, where they have won gold in the last 8 Olympic Games. And Alexis Holmes, with essentially a victory lap here, she'll take home silver in the individual 4-pole and a gold medal here.
So Team USA takes the victory and the gold, and Poland trying to hold off Australia for the silver, and will do so, but getting across the line nearly 5 seconds after Team USA.
What's up, viewers? Welcome back to the channel. So we have this 4x400 meter race, which was months back where United States won. It was the Royal Indoor Nargin in China. In this race we have likes as Brazil, Port of China, we have Australia, United States, Poland and Syria. So basically those were all the countries who was competing in this 4x400 meter race, but the United States came out and they dominated, winning the entire race. The United States won the women's 4x400 meter relay at the World Athletics Championships Indoor 2025 in Nargin at a time of 3.27.45 seconds. The team included Hayes, Bailey, Lear, Rosie Efron and Alexis Holmes. Poland secured silver medal and Australia took home the bronze. This event was a direct final as many teams did not participate in the relays. The Dutch team, who were the defending champions, did not complete. So many countries who were supposed to compete in this 4x400 meter relay didn't compete. I'm not sure why, but there should have been more countries in this race, but they didn't get the chance to compete. But however, the United States won, as I said. The 2025 World Athletics Indoor Championships Women's 4x400 meter relay in Nargin, China concluded on March 23, 2025. So, as I said, this was in March and this was like a couple months back, but grade 4x400 meter females, I wished we had like the Jamaican females in this race, but you know, we had the males in the 4x400 meter on the male side, but on the women's side we didn't had that. But as I said, grade 4x400 meter. So as I said, in the United States we have Hayes, Bailey, Lears, Rosie Efron, Alexis Holmes. In Poland we have a lot. Poland, as I said, Poland got second place with a time of 3.32.05 seconds. Third place Australia with a time of 3.32.65 seconds. And fourth place China with a time of 3.38.56 seconds. And fifth place Lanika with a time of, basically, you know, I think they got disqualified, to be honest, out of the race. But definitely a great race. Definitely a great 4x400 meter. So if you all enjoyed this video, drop a like, and if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That way you'll be fully notified and you won't miss any updates pertaining to all track and field events. Bear in mind we have the World Championships going on right now, and it's definitely a World Championships to begin with. It's going on definitely great, definitely going on good. So as I said, subscribe. We have officially reached our goal of 50k subscribers, so we are officially moving on from 50k to 70k subscribers. So y'all know what to do. Subscribe, turn on that post notification bell so you won't miss any updates pertaining to all track and field events. Definitely stay tuned for the next update, and as I said, great World Championships going on right now.